And it froze. Come on. Come on, don't crash on me. Frick. Let's come over here. Get off. Dawn. Okay. Cool. 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 Try that again. Cool. Not clicking off that for any reason. So I have not played this game before. Oh, I can jump. Looks like it's a hybrid. Okay. Alright. Come on. Alright, figuring out the controls. Alright, so we're going to resume, I'd hope. Alright, cave paintings. Alright, let's actually read this, because this is an instructional, interesting kind of game. So, cave paintings. In prehistoric times, long before the invention of writing, humans left traces of their existence in caves where they resided. Ooh, good lord, I'm going to butcher that name, but we're going to try it anyway. Chauvet Cave, discovered in 1994 in the southeast of France, is one of the oldest adorned caves in the world and contains many inscriptions carried out between 32,000 and 30,000 BC. Most of them are representations of animals, but they're also hybrid animal-man creatures and human hands. The different representations overlap in a space that seems indifferent to the depth, as the contours of the images intertwine constantly. These prehistoric artists were skilled in several techniques: rock engraving, probably using a hard or carved stone, and painting. The paint comes from crushing stones to produce a colored powder that was then applied by hand or blown onto the cave walls. In almost all cases, but especially in Africa and Europe, the paintings are related to ritual practices such as the magic of hunting, fertility, or protection against enemies. Painted caves long have been regarded as a sanctuary where prehistoric man painted his visions of the world. It is estimated that the pictorial representations depict a whole cultural socio-system, which includes both inhabited places as well as hunting territories. Can I resume? Alright. We can jump. Alright, so I actually have to have my mouse out, because this is a combo game then. Not the greatest, but this is a game where at the time it was released, as we learn more about type and its pre-stuff a lot, where you are a colon, as you see here. And I'm driving the colon, and it is a teaching game. Okay, let's see if I can get to that. Nope. Nope, I want the banner. Damn. And I've died. Come here, I want to go back to the banner. Ah, damn. I have to get back there and learn elsewise later. Stay alert, huh? Egyptian hieroglyphics, since I have to actually press on it. Alright, let's go to the last one. Nope. Alright. So the last one we got was cuneiform writing. Emerging in the lower Mesopotamia between 34 and 3200 BC, cuneiform script is, along with Egyptian hieroglyphs, the earliest known systems of writing. It is initially intended to transcribe Sumerian, however, becomes a dominant system throughout the former Middle East. Cuneiform writing began in pictographic form and silhouette type shapes. Certain symbols were also used to represent a more significant part of an object, for example, a star to evoke the sky. The forms then evolved to represent verbs, for instance, bread for eating, water for drinking. In addition to these pictorial representations, the cuneiform writing system includes phonograms and phonetic signs that are used to transcribe a sound, and additional signs to represent figures. It is gradually adapted to several other languages, including... Oh, this is fun. Forgive me if anyone actually knows how to say these proper names. I will butcher them as best as I can and hope that we are close. Akkadian, Hittite, and Elamite, and remains in use until the beginning of the Christian era. The cuneiform stems from the Latin word cuneus, or wedge, and the fact that the documents were written on clay tablets that transformed into wedge-shaped impressions from the stylist. We're just gonna, right now, state a couple things. One, I am going to butcher almost all of the nouns. Like, not on purpose, just in general, I'm going to butcher almost every noun. I apologize in advance. I will do my best. Secondly, this is what they knew at the time. So if any new history has come, this was put out in 2018, I believe. So grain of salt and all that, and some stuff is lost, and these are their best guesses, historians, which is where they were pulling from this game. But some of the timeline is still going to affect and effect each other. That said, if there's anybody that knows better, please kindly say stuff. And that's true for most of the information given in this game. This is not people making it up. This is people doing research and trying to make learning about type fun and accessible. So in some of the summarizations, there's going to be some information lost. Now, this stream is hopefully going to be recorded and auto-segmented into 30-minute sections. I hope that works. So this is the first, 10 minutes, because I kind of wanted to get in to test to see if anybody joins. They join. Currently we have nobody in chat. You will see chat as people appear, and anything that happens, there is some happening things that might pop up, and I will react as it happens. But right now, it's just me and whoever's listening to this later. So, be kind. This is mainly a test. I've basically told absolutely nobody that I'm doing this. I'm just kind of doing it, and if anyone shows up, then cool. So, continuing on with the piece that we just found, if I can figure out the controls. So, Egyptian hieroglyphics. The first Egyptian hieroglyphics date back to the end of 3200 BC. This formal writing system, which is born around the same time as the cuneiform script, is used for more than 30,000 years. The word hieroglyph comes from the Greek adjective hieroglyphos. Yeah, that's close as I'm getting. Which literally means scarred engravings. In Egyptian society at the time, writing is linked to political and religious powers. The pharaoh's scribes have the sole privilege of using hieroglyphs to write official letters. The hieroglyphs were plotted on... I'm gonna be doing a lot of reading. Should have made sure I had some water. Whoops, well, we'll just do that. Sorry if I sound dry at some point. Official letters. The hieroglyphs were plotted on shards of pottery. Pottery, or on paper form derived from papyrus using reed. I can read English. The originality of Egyptian hieroglyphs stems especially from its figurative nature. Hieroglyphs are pictorial drawings that designate an object or an action. These characters can represent real or imaginary objects such as human figures, animals, or divine representations. Egyptian writing also includes a system of phonetic signs, meaning the sign is read independently of its visual characteristics. Unilateral signs and phonetic complements are also used to transcribe one or several consonants, vowels, as well as give indications of etymology. Egyptian hieroglyphic writing has given birth to two other forms of scripture used in Egypt. Hieratic, which is a cursive writing system written in ink with a reed brush invented to allow the scribes to write quickly, and demotic writing, which is a scholarly script used for documentation and letter writing. I forgot how much reading this said it was going to have, so before I continue, I'm going to go and get some water. because my mouth is already dry. So pardon me a second, and we shall go do that. So it looks like it is a hybrid movement system using gamepad and mouse. So I will have both in my lap. Thus, having liquid looks like a necessity. So if anyone's here, make sure that you grab liquid or glasses, and if you want, you can read and look at the hieroglyphs on screen. I'm not necessarily going to read the cited sources for the pictures, because that is just a whole lot of reading and attempted explanation. But so far I'm having fun and reading a bunch. Be back. Up that bit. That bit. Okay, I probably sound really far away as I put on my headset. Oof, hit the glasses. Hello, hello. Alright, I have my water. And I have now sipped. So, let's continue this. Alright, I believe that was that button. Nope. That button? Yes. Stay alert. Oh. Run! We've already established that we do have the ability to die. Alright. Chinese! So we are in the origins book. Alright. The Chinese characters. Chinese characters were not originally designed to facilitate direct communication between individuals, but rather to symbolize the relationship between men and the afterlife in the context of rituals. According to legend, Kanji, a minister of the Yellow Emperor, was charged with the task of creating characters for writing and designs characters according to the special characteristics that he observes in all things. All Chinese characters are logograms, but there are several derivative types. Pictograms are simple characters that can be combined to form an ideogram, which is a more abstract idea. These symbols are more complex, consisting of several pictograms, as well as being associated with a key, which acts as an indicator to specify the lexical meaning of the ideogram. Chinese has another set of characters called phonosemantic, which make up over 90% of the language. Phonosemantic characters, however, are associated with a key that is designated by pronunciation. In addition to the Chinese writing system, paper is one of the 4 great inventions of the Chinese. Yes, papyrus is a type of paper. Yes, we are saying that Egyptians wrote on papyrus. But paper is the 4 great inventions of the Chinese. Native Kailun. Yep, that's the closest I'm going to get with my lovely English butchering. not only improved the papermaking technique, but also made it possible to use a variety of materials, such as tree bark, hemp, and flax. At the time, his process remains a long and well-kept secret and doesn't appear in Western Europe for quite a while. So, nope, I backed too far out. Move objects to avoid the traps. Can I get up there? Can I get more? No? But I want more objects. Come on, come on. Oh. Alright, let's give myself a running. Hup. I get into where I'm trying to get into and I can never get out again. Give me that. Fine. We're just gonna run and hopefully jump and make it. Okay, I can jump and make it. Okay then. Okay. Woo! 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 Whole jump. How do you... Ah! Ugh! Nope. Okay. Sorry, Egypt. No, I should be able to get back there. Stop. Fine. Alright, so got to be quite a bit more careful trying to get to the... There! I want settings. Goodness gracious. No, stop. Ah! Okay. Resolution, sound, quality, reset. I don't want any of these settings. Okay. About. Introduction. Typographical adventure. Typewriter is a game in which aims to explore typography through an interactive transmedia experience. It is available in 3 formats, blah blah blah. A social game on Facebook. The interactive installation specially designed for educational and cultural facilities. These different media allow the player to live a unique experience and dive into the heart of history. Embody the 2 points, a colon, and throw yourself into an unknown world. Venture through all eras, collect gems to release and discover the contents of this dreamlike adventure, and have individual stories of the fonts and how that have marked history. Cool. I now know how to get to this menu. Now, I want to read Greek. Don't want to replay the tutorial. Or reread cave paintings or cuneiform or Egyptian hieroglyphics or Chinese characters. Let's read the Greek alphabet. Oof. The Greek alphabet. The invention of the Greek alphabet dates back to the 8th century BC. Initially, there are several variations of the Greek alphabet. However, the 2 main ones are Eurobia and Iconic alphabets. The Greek alphabet is one of the first writing systems with a stable symbol-to-sound mapping, making pronunciation predictable. Each vowel and consonant is distinguished with a unique character, unlike the Semitic alphabets such as Hebrew and the Moabite or Phoenician. The Greek alphabet is adapted from Phoenician alphabet by adopting new characters, thereby totaling 24 letters, which are still used today to transcribe modern Greek. Scrolling. Although originally composed exclusively of capital letters, the Greek alphabet gradually expands to include a lowercase. In Greek society, the language is at the heart of the city, and writing gradually invades... Yep, we chose to use that word. Gradually invades the public sphere despite all the attempted suppression by a small elitist group of religious officials. The Greek alphabet is the basis of a number of other alphabets in Europe and the Middle East, including the Etruscan? Yeah, that's how I'm going to say that. I have to try to figure that word out again. Sorry. Alphabet, which goes on to inspire the Latin alphabet. Can I hit the play button? Play button. Now what are you? Whoop. This dot may be the whoop. Hello, Dot. Hello, Dot. Ah! 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 Don't fall. The Latin alphabet. The Latin alphabet evolved from the Western variation of the Greek alphabet, which was adopted and modified by the Etruscans, who ruled early Rome. The Etruscans' alphabet was adopted and further modified by the inhabitants of the city of Rome, further contributing to the birth of the Latin alphabet. It is then adapted to the Roman languages and gradually spreads throughout the Western Europe and even beyond. We're going to scroll and take a breather, because I read that as a run-on sentence. I don't know if it was. The development of the Roman Empire results in it dominating the whole of the Mediterranean world, thus securing itself as one of the most extensive political entities in history. Latin culture heavily influences Mediterranean countries with regards to language and religious belief, which... Aha! I have a person. Hello, Birchworks! How are you doing? I'm going to continue reading. Thus securing itself as one of the most extensive political entities in history. Latin culture heavily influences Mediterranean countries with regards to language and religious belief, which peaks when Emperor Constantine converts to Christianity in 312 AD. The Romans are responsible for most of the diffusion of ancient Greek culture by translating many texts and maintaining the use of the Greek language and its alphabet. The Latin language, which consists of 26 letters, is originally made up of an entirely uppercase alphabet. It was only much later, under the reign of Charlemagne? Charlemagne? That looks right enough. 768 to 814. That the Alcuin Society of York creates the Corline minuscule, which acts as the basis for the modern forms of the Latin alphabet. The Latin Cyrillic alphabets are the most employed writing systems in the Western world to this day. Woo! Uh-oh. I need to go back and get that dot. I did not grab the dot correctly. Oh no. You're right. It is a key. Stop. No.